Welcome, dear Story Explained. How are you all? Today we are going to watch The Dark Planet. At the beginning of the movie, a rating voice tells us that this is the time 2157 where humans have completely taken over the Earth. All the fighting is over. Icy Daba. It has been developed by which one pill can eliminate every disease of the world. And now that humans have taken control of the Earth, they thought of taking a step forward so that they can find another planet like the Earth and where extraterrestrial life is present. Now we see a boy named to save his life. He has to land on the nearest planet. Now after reaching that planet, as Max comes out of his spaceship, the spaceship gets destroyed due to the explosion, due to which Max's contact with the Earth is completely lost. Neither can he go to Earth from here, nor can he contact and call for anyone's help. The poor guy gets worried, thinking, what should I do? This is a completely new place, but after controlling himself for a while, he decides. He thinks that he should explore this planet so that he gets some kind of communication system through which he will be able to call for help from the Earth. Also, one good thing about this planet is that it is exactly like the atmosphere of the Earth, due to which Max does not have any problem in breathing. Now, as soon as Max moves ahead, there comes a soldier named Jeff who lives on this planet. Max does not understand his language, so he uses the translating device in his work. Jeff puts it on so that he can understand his language and talk to him, after which Jeff hands Max over to the people of authority so that he can handle it himself. Then they put some kind of helmet on Max's head and see all his memories on the screen. Now all the soldiers take Max to the city's capital, where while passing through the way, Max also sees the common people living on this planet who are looking for food. They are fighting with each other for the things to drink. Looking at the whole environment around, it seems that the people here are fighting for freedom. Then while moving ahead, Max's eyes fall on a tower. The people here are fighting for this tower. They believe that it protects them from the enemies, but then suddenly the tower explodes, whose debris falls on Max and all the people present along with him. Many people are killed in this, but the tank in which Max was present in it, a soldier named James also joins him, so Max somehow gets out of the tank and comes away, which saves both their lives. Then James tells Max that if our enemies have any business, they are always in this. They wanted to destroy the tower, in which today they have succeeded. Now they don't know what will be their next step. Now Max is also surprised to hear that here also the fight does not end anywhere, meaning on the other hand, the head of the Special Research Department, his name is Nomad. He tells one of his friends, Frank, that wherever Max is, find him immediately and bring him to me. I suspect that he might be a spy. Then Frank agrees and sets out to find Max. So we also see a man named David. He also asks his partner to find out as much information as possible about Max, while Frank is taking Max to Nomad when he gets a seizure attack. And because of this, his car meets with an accident. Then after this incident, a crowd of people gather there, and taking advantage of this opportunity, Max immediately runs away from there and starts exploring the entire city from there. Max goes to a club where he meets a girl named Rada, who is actually James's sister. They both start talking to each other where Max tells her about himself, but then he gets into an argument with another man sitting there. That man doesn't do anything to Max right now, but when Max comes out of the club with Rada, so he comes there with his goons who had come there with the intention of killing Max, but Max kills them all very easily. Seeing his bravery, Rada brings him to her house, and then James also comes there. Now I ask them about this planet, on which both of them tell that we are not allowed to get information about any place other than this planet, and the city where we live is run by an authority whose leader is named Tom. There is one man. He has installed towers in the entire city for the protection of all of us, but the authorities of the rest of the city want that the entire city should work together, but our city does not want this. Hence, all the other cities have become our enemies. Max is shocked to know that she keeps attacking us and wants to destroy us completely, after which James starts training Max as a soldier so that he too can protect himself from the enemies along with Rod, and Max gradually starts liking each other. Now, on the advice of the captain, Max and James, along with some other soldiers, go on a mission. According to that mission, they have to catch some rebels whom the authority suspects that may be they. When Max goes to those rebels and cooperates with the enemies in blasting the tower, he sees all those completely normal people who just like to live peacefully with their families, so how can these people be rebels? It is coming to his mind, but still he is caught and handed over to the authority, where he is beaten very badly and asked whether he had helped the enemy in blowing up the tower on which all those people were waiting so long. Even after suffering, they refuse to accept that they have brought down the tower. Now Max tells James that I do not think that the rebels are bad. They are just ordinary people whom we are forcibly torturing. So now I will protect them from the authorities no matter what happens. James forbids him to do so, but Max does not listen to him. And when the captain orders Max that you have to eliminate all the rebels, he does so on the orders of the captain. He brings them to the place where they were to be killed, but after reaching there, he secretly drives away all those rebels through the forest, and when the captain comes to know about this, he becomes furious. Max tells him that these are not all rebels, but innocent people who are being tortured, so he cannot kill them, and then on hearing this, the captain shoots Max, seeing which James also gets scared and asks for his help. Tries to do so, but the captain forcefully takes him away from there. Now, after some time, Max's eyes open at the rebels' base. All the people who had saved Max and treated him tell Max the truth about the authority. All the people have taken the people of the entire city under their control, and the same tower that you saw, which protects the people of the city from the enemies, actually does not protect us from the enemies but releases such radiation, which makes all the people safe from the radiation. Come under control, and once a person comes under the control of radiation, he will listen, say, and do whatever the authority tells him to do. That person becomes a puppet of the authority, but yes, there are some people who are under the control of radiation. There is no effect, and whenever the wave of radiation passes through that person, he only gets a seizure attack, and because of this attack, the authority comes to know that the radiation is not affecting these people. Hence, they are like this. Calling people rebels, they give orders to kill them so that all the rebels come together to fight against the authority. Don't turn against, and it seems that you also have the same special thing in you. That's why Dashan is not having any effect on you. Now Max gets more surprised to hear this and decides that he has to somehow bring the truth about the authority to the people. Max Abbey says, listen to me. We should blow up this entire tower so that it goes out of the control of all the authorities. On this they all agree. Then Max leads his team and goes near a tower. They start killing all the soldiers, so the soldiers also attack them, in which many of Max's comrades are killed, but still Max succeeds in blowing up the tower by planting a bomb, but many of his comrades are also killed. Now Max comes to James from there, and he is both surprised and happy. Then Max tells him the truth about the tower, but James does not fully believe that. The authority can do this. He does not believe that this tower is not protecting him, but is helping him in making him a puppet. That is because James has spent his entire childhood here, but in the meantime, soldiers come there and attack him. They attack those who had come here with the intention of capturing them, because the soldiers had learned that Max has found out the truth. And now his team is also there, and with him, James and Rada are also included. Max and the others are now ready to fight them. They try to escape, but the number of soldiers becomes very large, due to which they are caught, after which they are locked in jail where Max has other companions. After leaving, Max meets Jeff, who also Max, who was imprisoned here for being a rebel, tells them that we have to get out of this prison by any means necessary so that we can destroy all the towers and save people from the clutches of the authorities, to which they all agree. Later, Noma comes to David and says, I heard that you are looking for a person named Max. If you have him, then hand him over to me. I want to tell your boss Tom about him, but David says that I will not let Max know. Don't know. At the same time, David also gets a seizure attack, which means clearly that he is also one of the rebels, but he has kept his identity hidden from everyone. On the other hand, Max is secretly outside the jail with Jeff and a prisoner. They arrive and go out to blast the tower, but after reaching some distance, some robots attack them, so they all quickly start hiding here and there so that they can escape from all the robots. While when David comes to know about it, it turns out that Max's body is also like Revel's, which has no radiation, so he immediately orders one of his companions to go and find Max from anywhere and bring him to me. He too is alive, but remember this. No one should know anything about this, otherwise I will not leave you alive, and on this he agrees to his words. Here Max tells Jeff and the man that what if he blows up the center of authority from where all the towers are located? They control the towers, meaning from where all the towers get power. This will mean that all the towers will shut down simultaneously, but Jeff says that this is not possible. The towers have been designed in a very different way, about which no one knows. Max again gets worried after hearing this about how and from where they operate, what to do if they do. Jeff further tells that there are many people living in the south who are not affected by radiation, but they are not affected by radiation in our city. We have nothing to do with people, they won't even help us. Just then, an automatic tank comes there and starts attacking everyone, but Max somehow risks his life and enters the tank and destroys its automatic control system. Now Max alone comes near the border of the city with that tank, so that from there he can go south and convince those people to join his team, but at the border. After crossing, soldiers stop Max and Max sees James, so he puts him in his tank, breaks all the barricades and comes outside the border, where on the way he again tries to convince James that only then does James believe that the authority is actually controlling everyone through radiation, because after crossing the border, the effect of radiation on him had reduced, due to which he becomes very angry that till today we have been betrayed, and he also decides that now he will not leave the authority. On this, Max tells him about his plan that we are going to the south and will ask for help from the people there so that we can destroy all the towers. James also gets ready to help him in this thing, and with this scene, this movie ends here. It seems that after this, the story will come in the second part. It will come soon. Friends, see you with the next best movies if you like this. If you like the video, then please like and subscribe the channel. Keep in mind, and finally, thanks for watching.